Hey there, y'all, and welcome to today's Daily Down and Dirty. My name is Fairlight. Welcome to Airy Fairy Tarot. All right, y'all, we start out with what is called the Eternity card. I love this deck. It's the William Blake deck, and it's the only one I know of that has a card in between the world and the fool, transitioning from the end of the cycle to the new cycle. And it just talks about the greater, bigger cycles, understanding that we always begin again. We always end, we always begin again. The great cycles of life in the infinity of being, all in itself. So you're ready to start a whole brand new cycle where, like, sometimes it could be like, well, you just ended a big chapter. This is like you ended the book, or fuck that library, I'm never going back there again, I'm going to a new library, or something like that. Totally new renewal. And so that's what the main theme of the reading is. Yet over top of that is the Eight of Poetry, or the Eight of Wands reversed. And so, there's a poem on here again. I love William Blake. And so, normally it's the Eight of Wands. They call this Eight of Poetry swiftness. Time is the mercy of eternity. Without time's swiftness, which is the swiftest of all things, all were eternal torment. So it's like, we've got to keep moving. We've got to keep moving along. But this was reversed over top of this. So it's like, it feels like there's some great ending that's taken place in your life, or that is taking place or trying to take place in your life, but you're choosing to stay stuck in torment, and you're choosing to hold yourself in a space and time that is suffering. And it's like, you don't need to, it's over. Time to start something new, you know? I mean, and I always say, like, honor the grief, definitely honor the grief. But sometimes it's like, man, is this an indulgence? Like, maybe you can do a little better with where you're putting your attention. You've got to move the energy. So it looks like for many, and whoever this reading is for, it has to do with maybe a relationship, because you've got the Two of Cups reversed, the Hierophant, or in this case, religion, reversed. And then the Six of Cups, which they call pleasure, reversed. And so it looks like it would be like romantic love, but it can be any kind of partnership. It just kind of feels like with all these reversals that that you're recognizing in the broader sense of things, that we were all sold a lie about what partnership is, about so many things, but about what partnership is, I hear the word hoodwinked. I love that word. It's like we're all hoodwinked into thinking relationships are supposed to act a certain way, but then it turns out that's just toxic. That's just toxic. So we've got the Three of Science reversed, which is the Three of Swords, the broken heart. In this case, they call it jealousy. And then the Three of Pentacles upright, Three of Painting, called practice. And so overall, it just feels like start a new cycle. Things don't work out the way on the lie. It's the Cinderella story doesn't usually work out that way. We can't treat people that way. We can't expect people to be a certain way to accommodate our belief system. And so I feel like it's getting, and it's funny, it's ironic how the more sovereign we become, the more authentic we allow ourselves to be, the more we love ourselves and accept ourselves, and the more we just attune ourselves to our most authentic expression, the more we take responsibility for ourselves. And there was a correlation I was going to make. The less we need for others to conform to our story. Whereas when we believe in some authority, or we believe it's supposed to be in some way that was dictated to us, and then it doesn't work out, and then we get all toxic and codependent with each other. And it feels like it creates a lot of jealousy, maybe abandonment issues, definitely competition. So I just feel like, honor the grief, always honor the grief, but just understand you've got this whole new cycle just waiting for you to, like, ignite the passion, instigate the movement, get going when you're ready, and just kind of recognize, like, it's futile to hold yourself in sorrow. I mean, it's one thing to honor grief, but I'll say that again. It's futile to hold yourself in sorrow. You're allowed to begin again, and it's okay if you were played a fool or whatever happened, however it worked out. you still got you. And it's all about learning about that self-love and looking in the mirror and saying, I got you. No matter what, I've got you. And then, you know, then if you're like me, then you go to like a party or something and make a fool of yourself. And you start going, oh my God, I can't believe I said that. But then you come in and remind yourself, no, I got you. And then you say, you know what? You're right. It was a boring party anyway. I made it more interesting. No, I'm just kidding. Just love yourself. It's okay. It's safe to begin again. You're an infinite, eternal being, and you're going to learn lessons that hurt, that are heartache, but it keeps you humble and it keeps you real. So just attune yourself to that authentic expression. All right. Love and peace until next time.